and again, it's all case by case because some, like I said, were able to function in this environment, some are not. Like they literally cannot open their doors and in service with their existing clients. So that's the spin, I think. For those that can, obviously, prioritize and take care of your clients, but those that can't, what do? Say, hey, I'm sorry, I can't help you right now, but after COVID happens, I'm here for you.
Right.
How does that help?
I don't know.
One of the things that this becomes a wake-up call for a lot of businesses that weren't very diligent in getting their clients or their customers' information as a database, whether an email.
That's true.
Or I'm thinking about the restaurants. How many restaurant owners were savvy enough to somehow create an inventory list of their customers, right? So even if they were doing drop-off or rather curbside service, how do they even get that to their usual customers, right? Or any other business that didn't do a good job. If there's one thing that this does bring to the forefront for the future, not at this point, nothing you can do. But boy, you have to have a great way to collect your customers' information for communication.
Yeah.
And even Conrad, you say a lot of these guys, they don't have their phones, their stores are closed, but if they had an email, they had a LinkedIn connection, they had a Facebook page, they can communicate with their people, their customers, at least to some extent. So I think one of the things I could share with my part is the importance of having a good way to gather clients' information for communication purposes. Again, it won't do much for people that are in that situation now, but here's a method of revamping so that in the future you're better for. You can literally walk away and say, hey, one of the things that this crisis brought me to was the awareness of needing to create a database of clients so I can communicate with them. And that might be what people do once they're able to.
A lot of restaurants anyway have a rewards program. I don't know, everywhere I go has a rewards program.
Yeah.
And you got to give an email for that.
Yeah.
Email and usually a phone number. So there's two ways that you should be able to get to people. I get emails from restaurants that I'm in their rewards program. I get those daily.
Well, and savvy restaurants are also getting you on their Facebook page so they can hit you in Messenger with coupons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and Jay, I would say that now is a perfect time to build an email list, right? So I've got two agencies that I'm consulting for right now, and literally, like what I was doing before I got on the call was writing an email drip, a 6 email drip based on this lead generator that we're putting out based on COVID, right? And so, like, I think to your point, even stronger is if you didn't have it before, now you know why you need it. But guess what?
Right.
You're wondering what to do with your time? Go build your email list right now. Get out there and let's figure out a way to start building one. Because if you're just bumped and bruised right now and you know you're going to make it, but you're just going to be limping when you come out, those are the people that need to hear that. People that are, like, I got to get another job are going to be like, well, I can't do that because my business isn't going to be around. But I think there's a whole section of people that just have laid people off and are going to kind of limp out of it, but they should be building that email list, like you said, or, like restaurants, like the same thing, right?
I agree.
Okay. Well, I think we got plenty to talk about there for sure.
Now so Carol, she's going to also be the moderator again tomorrow.
Susan?
Is Carol going to be the moderator again tomorrow?
You mean Susan?
I'm serious, Susan, right. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Where'd
Suzanne
go?
Suzanne, your mic is off. Oh, it's off on purpose.
Okay. I'm assuming so.
I hit it by accident.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
I guess.
That's the setup, right? Susan's supposed to keep us on track or whatever.
Yeah. So if she's not moderating, I am. One of the two.
Hey guys, so one of the things I think that we should discuss now and certainly iron it out. Based on last week's show with her, there were 4 breaks. I believe it was 4 breaks.
Yeah.
Let's determine now which one of us will take will take us to break. So the first break, let's say Susan takes us to break. And then, none, right, no, not the host, I forgot. Suzanne, you'll take us to break.
All right.
So when, I forgot her name, the producer.
Susan?
Susan, right.
Mm-hmm.
So when Susan says, hey, 30 seconds, that way, whoever is speaking at the time, in fact, let's make it easier because it'll be awkward.
Yeah.
It'll be awkward.
I think that's
Whoever's speaking at the time, when Susan says 15 minutes to break, you already know you're taking us to break. Okay? And then you'll take us out of the break for continuity purposes. Okay? So that way, it just could very well be that Suzanne, you'll be the one speaking when 2 breaks come. That's okay. You just know when those 15 seconds are given, if you're the one that's speaking, you're taking us to break.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and you're introducing, reintroducing the segment. Okay. Now, the other thing I would also encourage is, and I think we did this naturally already, but if I'm bringing up a point and I'm sharing something and I'm finished with my thought, I want to toss the ball to somebody else, as opposed to hope that somebody picks up the ball.
Yep.
Right.
Because that little dead air time is doesn't takes away from the flow of the show. So when I'm rapping, I may say, Jay, what do you think about that?
right. Yeah.
Or Conrad, what have you seen? And Conrad, when you're done, you bounce it back to Suzanne or you bounce it back to Jake, and we kind of keep each other engaged by bouncing it on intention to each other.
Yeah, I think that'll also keep Susan out of the mix. Not that I think she's there for people who can't do that. You know what I mean? But if we're just rolling and we're passing and we get to break and come in, I don't think she'll do anything else than probably intro us in and, we won't necessarily need her to be our host.
Okay.
Okay, so tomorrow we're talking about is your business on life support.